Hello. I hope you're doing awesome today. I want to talk about buying a home at different stages in your life. Oftentimes, purchasing a home is the biggest decision that we will all make. It's a big financial decision and it's a big emotional decision as well. But where are you at your particular stage in life? Depending on where you're at in your life, that completely impacts where you live, what kind of home you're looking for, what your budget might be. So let's take a look at different stages in your life and how purchasing a home is impacted depending on where you're at. My name is Stephen Kodabash and I'm a realtor in the Northern Atlanta area, and I get to help people buy and sell houses every day. Let's talk about searching for a home in your 20s. So if you're in your 20s, you're young, maybe you're single, not married, what's important to you in a house? One big thing is the location, right? Because more than likely, you're going to want to find a spot where there's nightlife, maybe there's some shopping and things to do that are all close by. So you want to pick a spot where all of those types of things are accessible to you. Also in your 20s, it's important to think of real estate as a wealth building tool. A wealth building tool. What do I mean by that? If you're able to purchase in your 20s, and let's say that maybe you purchase something where you've got an extra bedroom or two, you know what you can do? You can rent that space out. If you've got a friend that you trust or maybe a colleague at work that you're close with, you could always rent out that extra room, and your friend will pay rent to you, of course, each month, which obviously goes toward the principal of your payment every month. So anyways, that's a way for you to accumulate a little more wealth through home ownership in your 20s. Hey, do me a favor before we go further. You know the drill. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for me. Thank you. Okay, so what if you're in your 30s and 40s? So different stage in life, right? So in your 20s, you're thinking about certain things in life and maybe living the single life and going out and things of that nature. 30s and 40s, maybe you're thinking about a family, right? Some people could be thinking of potentially kids down the road. And if that's the case, you'll want to start thinking through, okay, hey, I need some extra bedrooms in my home if I'm going to have kids down the road. And maybe if, let's say, you don't want any kids, and let's say you work a lot, right? And maybe you'll want a townhome, right? You might want a townhome because you don't want to have to deal with maintaining your yard, let's say. So you don't have time for yard work, because of your career. So you might want to look at a townhome. But if you are thinking of buying a home and you're in your 30s and 40s and you're thinking of kids down the road, think about the school district. So that's a really big deal. Do your research on the schools that are found there locally, because not only will it benefit your family and your kids down the road, but when you sell that house again, it's a big advantage if you're in a strong school district. So now let's say you're moving on up into your 50s and 60s. It's a different point of time in your life, right? At that point in time, you might want to think about downsizing. Maybe you've been in a larger home, maybe children are gone from the home, and you need to downsize, right? And also, more importantly, you got to think about your physical health. How are you physically? Are you able to go up and down stairs? If you can't, then you might want to think about a ranch in your 50s and 60s. So single level living, right? So you've got the owner suite on the main level. Typically you've got your laundry room on the main level as well. But situations like that are helpful for you if you're getting older and maybe you're tired of going up and down those stairs. But if you downsize, another big advantage too is, hey, that's less you have to maintain. So you might be in a situation in your life where you don't want to clean and maintain a big house. So downsize to make life a little bit easier on yourself. Now, when you get into your 60s and beyond, you really want to think about accommodations in the house that will suit your needs physically. So maybe stairs and things like that might be a safety hazard for you, right? Or maybe a lot of turns and corners and things like that might be a safety hazard for you. So really consider the floor plan once you get into that time of your life. because it'll probably be safer for you and less stressful for you if you get into a space that you're really comfortable with. Also, if you're in your 60s and beyond, you might want to consider moving closer to friends and family, right? Maybe you've been gone for a while through different stages of your life, and maybe now that you're a little older, you might say, hey, I want to be closer to friends, family. You know, maybe your kids are grown now and you want to be closer to them. So those are things to consider as you move into the 60s and beyond. Look, I know we all go through different seasons in life, right? Things change, situations change, jobs change, we get older, family situations, they all change down the road. So when all of those things occur in our life, it impacts where we live and how we live. So I hope this video was very helpful for you in thinking through, hey, where am I at? What stage in life am I at? And what type of home or what kind of considerations do I need to make sure that I keep inside my head when I'm thinking of making my next move? Hey, before you go anywhere and jump off my channel, do me a favor, check out this video that I've published on my channel where I talk about capital gains tax on inherited property. Did you know that chances are you'll have to pay some capital gains tax on inherited property? But how is it all calculated? I go through some real-world examples in that video to help you out so you're not caught at tax time and you're stressed out about how in the world am I going to pay those taxes. I appreciate you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.